1994's The Crow is an unusual action movie. It is, after all, on the surface at least, a shoot-'em-up revenge movie, but underneath it bleeds pain, sadness, and dealing with loss. Directed by Alex Proyas, the film has a 90s aesthetic of goth industrial cyberpunks. This was, after all, the decade of The Matrix. Unlike a lot of movies of this period, this still holds up. Just look at the sequels. The heart of this movie is James O'Barr's graphic novel. It is the foundation of what makes this film. O'Barr's fiancée was killed by a drunk driver. He joined the Marines, and while stationed in Berlin, he started writing The Crow to help him work through his pain. Another inspiration for the story was a newspaper account of the murder of a young couple over a $20 engagement ring. Brandon Lee stars in this, his last movie, and once again we have to talk about loss. A tragic accident took the life of the 28-year-old actor. Brandon Lee was young, rich and talented. He had the world at his feet. This film is one of the best examples of life imitating art. In the film, the main character is murdered shortly after asking his girlfriend to marry him. In the real world, Brandon was to be married shortly after the end of filming. If I had to pick one man as my boyhood idol, it would be his father, Bruce Lee. After his death at a young age, just as he was about to ascend to Hollywood megastardom, it makes this tragedy all the more heartbreaking. I can't watch this movie without feeling that there's a loss of what could have been. This is a Gothic vengeance movie. A poetic musician, Eric Draven, is brought back to life by a crow a year after he and his fiancée are brutally murdered. The crow leads him back to the land of the living to find his killers, the funnily named Tintin, Funboy, T-Bird, and the unfortunately named Skank. This eventually leads Eric to the leader, Top Dollar, and his black magic babe half-sister. Top Dollar learns the secret of the vigilante's invincibility. Who will win this battle between light and dark? This is not a perfect movie, and Lee hadn't yet reached his peak, but he was on his way. Not many films are so touched by tragedy, but it is this tragedy that ultimately elevates this film from a standard action movie. Eric Draven is the tragic hero with the dark sense of humour, and it is this humour that in the end helps our hero hold on to his humanity. The Crow is a film that could be remade with a female lead, as it is through The Crow that the hero derives its power, and I really have a soft spot for goth women. Unfortunately, Hollywood can't be trusted to make such a film today. For example, after 2020 and the defund the police movement, you wouldn't be able to have such a sympathetic cop character who shows empathy for victims and is interested in justice. Through Barr's loss and the death of Brandon Lee, the film is given a deeper meaning, which makes a good film into a great movie. The message I take from this movie is, love is stronger than death. On the manly meter, this film gets a 3. This film isn't a high testosterone-fueled rampage, but a more thought-provoking film, intentionally and unintentionally.
I remember everything, but I don't know what?
Huh? What? What are you talking about? No. You mean that place downtown?
Yeah, I remember her. We needed to put some fear into that little lady. She wasn't going along with our tenant relocation program. Her idiot boyfriend shows up and turns a simple sweep and clear into a total clusterfuck. Who gives a shit? It's ancient history. What? What do you want? What is it? What? Speak to me. Speak!
Did you send us these complaints?
Come here.
Abashed? The devil stood? Does it get you sweating?
I know you. I know you. I knew you. I knew you. But you ain't you. You can't be you. We put you through the window. There ain't no coming back. This is the really real world. There ain't no coming back. We killed your dad. There ain't no coming back. There ain't no coming back. There ain't no coming back. Abashed, the devil stood. I felt how awful goodness is. I felt how awful goodness is.
Remember,